out there in YouTube world, it is your man Menardo Rob coming to you from FL Thunder Digging Florida with Rob. Today's video is going to be on President Trump decides to sign an executive order to suspend or cancel the minting of the United States 1 cent coin, commonly referred to as the penny. As many of you know or may not know, the United States loses money on every single penny it makes, even though in 1982 it switched the composition of the penny from 0.950 copper down to 0.08 copper with a 93 or 92% zinc center, and then just a very thin copper coating on the outside, which for all of us metal detectors that know, if that zinc penny in the ground gets a little nicker ding in it and the ground starts reaching that zinc, that penny starts deteriorating immediately. A lot of people feel that 20, 30 years from now, you won't even be able to find a zinc penny in the ground. And why does it now cost 3.69 cents to make every penny? According to 2024 government statistics, in 2023, that was 3.4 cents. And then last year, it went up another 20% to 3.69. So basically, 3.7 cents to make one Lincoln penny, even though there's so much less copper in it, because Zin, Z-I-N, which is you make zinc out of, the price of Zin or zinc has gone up tremendously also. The US nickel cost over 13 cents to make for each nickel. Why? Because US nickels still have a lot of nickels in them, whereas Canada has gone to a nickel that is completely steel. Why? Because steel is significantly cheaper than nickel. Nickel is way more expensive than steel, and it costs the U.S. over 13 cents to make each nickel. But we're not going to get into politics here. You guys know how I feel about Elon Musk, and some of you also know how I feel about President Trump. But we're not going to talk politics here. We're just going to say that Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk feel that the United States could save, according to an article I'm looking at here on USA Today, that by the United States produced 4.5 billion pennies in fiscal year 2023, and that cost the taxpayers more than 179 million. So if they made that about that many last year in 2024, then the government spent that kind of money. So you total up 2 years of that, $350 million for making pennies. Now, is this executive order canceling the pennies like Canada did, where they phased out the penny? No, it's just suspending the production of pennies right now. The penny will be used on transactions down to the 1 cent for 99-cent items or things like that. They are not canceling the United States penny in U.S. currency. It's just being suspended. Predictions are that there are something like 1.1 billion, how should I say this, 1.8 trillion pennies are still out there in circulation somewhere. So there's tons of pennies. Now, does that not mean people are going to collect them and hoard them? I know lots of people that still collect copper pennies. Why? Because a copper penny costs 3.7 cents to make. Actually, a zinc penny costs 3.7 cents to make. Copper pennies would cost a lot more because copper has risen so much. So I recently had a coin collector buy every wheat penny I had. They gave me 3 cents for every wheat penny, and they bought my Canadian pennies at 2 cents a penny. These are just standard coins, guys, worth 1 cent. But some people are starting to hoard copper out there. I know people that are also buying Indian heads. I hope people aren't melting down Indian heads, but they could become more valuable just due to the price of copper going up. When wheat pennies ended and Lincoln cents started in 1959, like I said, a U.S. penny was 0.950 copper and only 0.05 zinc and tin. And that has pretty much reversed to where now it is, like I said, 93 or 97% zinc with just a very, very light copper coating. So Are people going to be hoarding pennies? Yes, they are. Um, are penny boxes going to be harder to get from the mint? I don't know. I'm going to go to my bank and see if I can buy a box of pennies and see how this executive order starts affecting penny collectors and the folks that do penny coin roll hunting. But is it time to start hoarding pennies or collecting pennies? I don't know, folks. I've always enjoyed doing my penny boxes and I've always enjoyed collecting wheat pennies. I think more people now are going to start paying attention to the penny. Thanks for watching, folks. Much appreciated. Now, is President Trump the first United States president to try and get rid of the U.S. penny? No, they're not. Uh, Various presidents and various other congressmen and senators have proposed the idea or submitted bills to get rid of the 1 cent coin, the same as Canada did. But obviously, your politicians in the state of Illinois, which their nickname is Land of Lincoln, have always vehemently opposed that because that is a huge claim to fame to them in Illinois, where Lincoln is from, to have President Lincoln and the memorial building on the back of that penny. Now, can President Trump just sign an executive order to eliminate the U.S. penny from circulation? Legally, no, he cannot. But the Treasury Department, the U.S. Mint, Engraving Department uh, are members or parts of the executive branch, but the addition or deletion of any coinage or bills are done by an act of Congress. It has to be passed by Congress. So, yes, he can sign an executive order suspending the printing of pennies or minting of pennies, but he cannot just wipe the penny off the face of the U.S. circulation. That is done by an act of Congress. Alrighty, folks, I hope that this helped explain some things, or if you were unaware of it, makes you a little bit more informed now. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll have more videos like this coming out in the future. Menardo out.